Okay, so this video is going to be a rather long video because I am solving what I would like to consider an ARG. So I don't know if this is considered an ARG yet, but this is just something I've been working on for the past couple days, and I typed up a document of all my findings so far. So today I will be basically talking about document those document that document and all my findings. So this all comes from this Discord server I'm in, where the ARG started, and I will say it's the way it's set up. It's pretty clever. It's definitely one of the more basic ARGs, considering it uses pretty simplistic codes and stuff like that. There's only one part of it I haven't been able to figure out, and I will talk about that when I get there. So when I go to my desktop here, there's nothing here. Hold on. So I have my notepad here. It's very white. Yes, I know. I did not mean it. I don't mean it that way. But this just has basically a list, well, not a list, just a documentation of all my findings. So this string of like numbers and letters here you see highlighted in blue, that is what you call base 64. And to figure out what it says, you have to go to a base 64, like a base 64 translator, I think you call it. I don't know. But once you put it in there and translate it, it turns out to be a 911 call. And this 911 call here is talking about like someone is being chased with a knife on 363 Blueberry Street near the 7-Eleven. And three of this person's being chased with a knife. Three of their friends have, uh, they are, okay. I'm fumbling my words here. I'll be fine. So this person over here, this person, we don't know who they are, but they have three of their friends with them right now. And the operator asks if anyone is missing, but the person suddenly went missing or the call ended, and then no response. That's all we got from this code here at the top. Now, when you go down here, there are also secret logs you were able to access if you, in the Discord server, like, if you DM the server owner your code name and a picture of your profile picture, they will send you a card. And if you use said cards in the file explorer channel of the server, like if you do like slash file, open file, and then the number, it'll give you something. It's not guaranteed to give you something every time, but it'll give you something. And two of those times we got two logs, and we call them secret logs because they're not that easy to access. So this entire section here is all about the secret logs. So I will read the secret logs. I also have all the information in all caps, so stuff like this and this, which I will talk about. So secret log 1 goes, security. Hello there, S7. We are here to ask some questions. You may have heard about the redacted park incident. S7 responds, yeah, what's it got to do with me? Can you explain why that was there? I don't know. They were stolen. Security. Bullcrap. You know damn well you were there. I don't, because I wasn't. A 1, take 5. I'll handle him from here. Now that's the end of the log. That's the end of the first log, at least. We didn't get much information, but we did get a good handful of information to come off of. Now, some notable moments from this log would be something like, we know that it's like an argument or an accusation or an interrogation between two people, one of which seems to be a high-ranking official of SPO, or the Protected Organization. Oh, I can't word. The Science Protected Organization, or SPO for short. One of them seems to be a high-ranking worker there, and this other person seems to be an employee or someone who works but isn't as high-ranking as the other person, and they are being accused of being somewhere they weren't supposed to be. Now, as we move on to the second log, we give more information about this interrogation. So I will now recite this. Okay, so it starts off with security saying, "Listen, the sooner you talk, the sooner we go home." "No, I'm not admitting to anything. The evidence is against you, S7. Your card was found near the location, and someone stole it. Do you want to be stripped of your card, Mr. Redacted? Oh, you're so big. I'm not admitting to anything. I'll ask one more time. Were you at Redacted Park at the time of the murder?" Now, we get a bunch more information on this. Like a lot more information than the previous log. So in this log, we are given another high-ranking worker at the SPO, and he seems to be a little more harsh to get more information out of him. We also got initials for S7, so we were one step closer to knowing what S7's real name is. It seems to be Mr. SG, first name with an S, last name with a G. So that seems okay. That's fine. And what we do know is that his card, in the previous log, we were told that he left something there. Or left something behind at the scene. And in this log, it's clarified that it was his card. And the card was interesting because everyone in the server was asked to get a card by sending the server owner their code name and their their profile picture. That way they can make the card for you and send it over. Now, let me pull up the chart here. To get the card, or to get your code name, I'm not quite sure, but I can't seem to find the image. But to get your code name, you just you get the first letter of your first name. And that will be like your first letter of your code name. And then for the number, you get your last name, and then count up to that number. Or count up to that letter. So with me, my last name starts with a K, so mine would be S-11, since K is the 11th. Wait, is it? I might be actually straight up stupid. But that's how you get your code name. It seems to be correlated with your first name and last name. So that's how we know we get the cards, and that's how he got his card. And these cards are very important. You use these cards to explore the files of this server. And in the server, there is a channel called File Viewer. And if you type in /file, open file 17, for example, you would get these codes. Or not these codes, these logs. And because something was left behind, okay, before I get into that, I want to talk about the location. It says, were you at Redacted Park at the time of the murder? If you recall back to the 911 call, The location was 363 Blueberry Street near the 7-Eleven. We can connect that to this location, which seems to be B redacted Park, or it could be Blueberry Park, or Blueberry Street Park. I don't know where I was going with that, but Blueberry Street Park is what I'm getting at. That's where the location could be. So either he was not there and is being framed for the murder, or he was there and saw the murder and isn't saying anything about it, or he just straight up wasn't there. It's one of those three outcomes. But that's pretty much all we know about these two logs. Next up, we got these audio logs here. So the way to obtain these logs was kind of interesting, because when the server owner was asked about how to obtain the cards, they sent out a list of what to do to get the card. And for step 5, it was, hold on, let me just pull this up here. For step 5, it was this code here, for some reason. And it turns out it was a base 64 code again. So I went out and put it in a translator, and it gave me a link for a YouTube video. It's an unlisted video on the official SPO channel, which I think I have pulled up here, which is, yeah, right here. It takes you to this video, and I'm just gonna play the audio for you guys to listen to. Oh my god. that came out of nowhere, I'm sorry. But as you can see, it's a very, very distorted, very, very unreadable. And me being the person I am, I tossed it into FL Studio and tried to reverse it and try to make it more clear. Although I wasn't able to find out what it says, the owner of the server owner, made it more clear what it's saying. And I haven't written it down here yet, as you can see. There's nothing here. This is the end of my document, by the way. I'm still adding to it. I'm going to make more videos about this whole ARG as a whole. But the server owner has said, File 17, the elevators incident. A7 had fell down the elevator shaft and broke many bones. He suffered many injuries, but lived with bodily harm. Now, this is pretty interesting because, this seems to be like a security report. Like, how else would they know this person fell down the elevator shaft? Oh, I should also probably talk about the instructional video. I forgot to write it down, but there's an instructional video for everyone who joins the server. They're given an instructional video at basically congratulating them that they're working with the science protected organization. And the video very clearly states that stay away from any and all elevators because that wouldn't be fun. Not my words, that video's words. And I was just reminded of this because this is my first time reading this. And it says someone had fell down the stairs, this person being known as A7. So their first name starts with an A. But for some reason, this man lived. So, yeah, that's all we know at the moment. So that's what happens when you decipher this audio log. We don't really have any more information about this quite yet. But I will be updating you guys as I move along. Yeah, I know I said this was going to be a long video. I completely expected this to be at least 30 minutes long, but it turns out this is around half of that. um, yeah, so I will be updating you guys as we move on with this ARG. I'm gonna try and post weekly if there's enough content for me to do it. If not, I'll just update y'all on like Twitter or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for this ARG so far. Yeah, so I guess we'll see you next time for my next video and or next time I update you on this ARG. Peace.